This is directed by Steven Soderbergh and it stars Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Winslet, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, and Marion Cotillard.
It's a story that's been told a dozen times before. There's a flu virus that's new, that there's no vaccine for. It's multiplying quickly among the population, and the health organizations are scrambling as fast as they can to try and find a cure. However, this film is really done better than most of the same genre. They do a very nice job of keeping the story going, and they also do a very good job of not having too many stories going at once. It keeps it crisp and it keeps your interest. It's not a long film, it's about an hour and 45 minutes. But even so, they did a really nice job with this one. Again, I don't want to go through and give you all the details of what happens, but in the end, they do a really good job of focusing on how the health organizations try and deal with this, focusing on some of the people that have the disease, focusing on how the disease spreads, and as well, a side story of a blogger in San Francisco that's trying to cash in and make some money off of the event. So overall, a much better telling of a story we've seen a dozen times before. Strong performances by all of the actors involved. And again, I thought the editing really kept things moving very quickly and kept my attention through the whole movie without any dead spots at all.
I agree with you on most of those points. For me, there were just a few minor issues. Um, for me, the pacing had a little bit of an issue, and this might have been just me, but for me, the pacing was more of a kind of a start and stop. They had several montage sequences where the pacing was quickened, and they had a lot of kind of retro music, I guess, playing. I'm not really sure how to describe it. And then they would kind of slow down, and they'd play out a scene with the actors in a room talking about the situation, and they did this several times, and even though it was to service the story, it kind of made the movie feel a little bit longer than it was, but didn't really hinder it all that much. But besides that, I enjoyed it very much, and I'd recommend seeing it. 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Well, certainly, as you've already figured out, I'd recommend seeing it as well. Worth seeing on the big screen. Definitely worth a rental if you don't get a chance to see it on the big screen. But I think overall, it's a really good movie and kept my attention. The only thing I'll warn you about, if you're someone that's a bit of a germ phobic to start with, this probably isn't the movie for you. I'm not sure if I'll ever shake anyone's hand again. I'm going with you, 3.5 stars. A strong movie.